Welcome to my channel. For those of you who have never been here, my name is Carrie. I have my tea and I'm ready to chat. Now, my last video was very sad and emotional for me, so today I've decided we are going to see the glass as half full, so to speak. Today is just going to be a very chill video where I chat about 5 positives of being middle-aged. These things help me live my best midlife, and I'd like to share them with you. These are things that I think are an asset in middle age. From my perspective, of course, the way I see it. I hope they'll resonate with some of you as well. So let's go get comfortable and chat about it, shall we? The first positive is that I see things from a whole new perspective now. Things I thought were so important in my 20s and even my early 30s just seem like such a waste of breath and time now. I put so much energy and emotion and value into things that just really were not that important in the grand scheme of things. I spent most of my 20s just trying to keep up with the Joneses, have what everybody else has, being liked, admired, the one with the best, most well-behaved children, the go-to person, the smart one. I spent a whole lot of energy just trying to keep up. The way I see things now, my youth seemed to be a colossal waste of time. My priorities were so backwards. They say with age comes wisdom, and I'm telling you, now that I'm older, I see things through brand new eyes. And I have to tell you, it has brought me happiness and peace. I really understand now that life should not be a competition, and being the best and having the most does not bring happiness. At least it didn't bring me happiness. And also, how others perceived me was really not a measure of my worth nor my value. All that behavior really brought me was stress and depression. All that trying to keep up with everybody else and being the best, and I was miserable because honestly, I was never able to just be myself. I was always trying to be what everybody else wanted me to be, or what I thought everybody else thought I should be. All those years squandered when they could have been focused on something way more important. Now, at this age, I can truly be myself and live in a way that makes me happy. I can focus on people and true connections and love the people around me. I understand now that every person is an individual and that it's far more important to embrace those deep human connections than shallow acceptance or material gains. The second positive in midlife, grandkids. And I'm sure a lot of you out there are excited at the prospect of being able to love and snuggle and appreciate and spoil those little gems without the burden of 24/7 child rearing or changing diapers. I love the idea too. For me, however, things went a little differently. I was given the opportunity to raise one of my grandchildren. Now, my initial thought was, wow, I'm way too old to start over with a baby. My children have grown up. They're older now. I don't think I can handle a baby at this point. But boy, was I wrong. That little girl is a blessing to me in every way. She actually keeps me young. And because I view the world a whole lot different now than when I was raising my own children, my experience raising this little girl is also very different. I actually appreciate having a child around me 24/7. And I value the very important things that she adds to my life every single day. She keeps me on my toes. She brings me laughter and silliness and innocent wisdom, which, by the way, is very deep sometimes. You really can learn a lot from a child if you truly listen. She keeps me connected to my inner child, which is so important. I actually run a kids' YouTube channel with my granddaughter. So I have the opportunity to open toys, play with dolls, do role play with my granddaughter and the dolls, and lose myself in that little silly, magical pretend world at least a couple of times a week. It's actually quite liberating to be silly. And in my opinion, important at my age. You should all do something completely out there and silly at least once a week, and you will see how young it makes you feel. I think I missed out on a lot of these things when I was raising my children. I didn't really take the time to appreciate the little things. I'm really glad that I got the opportunity at my age to have a second chance with my granddaughter. The third positive about being middle-aged ties in with appreciating the little things. People my age seem to appreciate the art of slowing down. I don't know about you, but I go at my own pace now. I'm not as enmeshed in the rat race as I once was. I can stop and smell the flowers now. I can appreciate the little things that life has to offer that bring small pleasures. It brings me peace in a way. I take in small pleasures and happiness as they come, and I'm grateful for them. I appreciate stepping off the treadmill of life, so to speak, even for a short time, and actually living in the moment. That is something that I would never have considered in my 20s. The fourth positive of being middle-aged, a new sense of self-confidence, at least for me. I am completely rid of the peer pressure of my youth, and I no longer place the same amount of value as I once did on what people think. People's opinions don't define me anymore, and that is liberating. I can actually be myself, and I can live my life in a way that makes me happy now. I can make decisions based on what I think will make me happy and my family happy. I can also speak my mind now, which I never would have thought of doing in my 20s or my 30s. I can say no now if I figure saying yes is not in the best interest of my family or myself, without worrying about the repercussions or what other people think. That is truly priceless. I can actually live my life for me now instead of for everybody else. The fifth positive that I see about being middle-aged is I think I've developed a pretty healthy sense of humor about the ridiculousness of life. I'm able to actually shake my head and laugh at the chaos now and try to actually find a positive in it, no matter how small. I can keep things in perspective now. Not everything is as black and white as it was in my youth. I can actually see in shades of gray now. And I realize that not everything is the end of the world or a huge extreme like it was in my 20s and 30s. Even amongst the chaos of life, I now realize the importance of a sense of humor and perspective while navigating through life if you want to maintain a sense of sanity and well-being. The way I see it, it's important to see the glass as half full as often as possible if you want to live a life of peace, happiness, fulfillment, and gratitude. I hope this video brought you some kind of value. If it did and you'd like to see more of my videos, remember to press that subscribe button and click the little bell so you're notified when I release new content. Live your best midlife, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye for now.